Hey, welcome back to the Risers Hub podcast where wellness, empowerment, and personal growth live. It's your girl, Nicole. I am back. It's been about a month and a half. I do want to apologize to my audience. I wish there was some great explanation as to why I have not been on the podcast for a month and a half, and it's not because I don't have content. It's mainly because, and I'm very embarrassed to share this with you, I have been blown away by this daily information that we're getting on the news every day. I'm a news junkie. I've never let news get to me the way I've let it get to me recently. And it's just been very overwhelming. And I know that there are people out there who feel the exact same way. So I'm embarrassed to share that, but I'm also kind of happy that I allowed myself to feel the feelings that I am feeling, because there are a lot of people out there that are hurting. And I am a wellness advocate. I'm certified in wellness coaching, health coaching, life coaching, and I just want to provide good information to people who listen to this podcast. And I'm going to tell you this, whether it comes from anybody on the internet, podcast, an article that you read, the news, please make sure that you do your own research on your own health and wellness. Read books, read studies, read things that have been, certified by the national blah, 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 and get solid information so that you can come up with very intelligent wellness questions to take back to your healthcare practitioner so that you can have a one-on-one discussion with your doctor, with your health practitioner. It's very important for you to be your own advocate because you know what's going on with your body and no one else does. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you. The second thing I wanted to share with you, as you know, I love health and wellness. That's why I do this podcast. I have a passion for creating experiences, building communities, and uplifting others through movement, mentorship, and storytelling. I enjoy bringing you guys information and stories that you can take back to your own personal hubs and share, discuss, and use to create what you consider a healthy lifestyle. I am not here to tell you what to do, but I do want to be a partner in crime and a cheerleader for you to be your best self today, tomorrow, and in the future. And the fact that you're even listening to my podcast brings so much joy to me, and I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you are sharing this with others. Okay? So let's get into today's podcast. We're going to be talking about October's Awarenesses Month. There's so many different things going on in October, and I know that I haven't been on the podcast for a while, so we're going to really hit 3 things that are important for all of us to listen to right now. And I want you to consider some of the things I just said earlier about being your own wellness advocate as I talk through each and every one of these things. Again, everything I share with you, I might be sounding a little preachy. It's only because I have a passion for health and wellness, but it really is information for you to think about and to take back to your own hub and really think about how it relates to you. Sometimes I have something that's spot on. Other times you're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't for me. I'm just going to move on. And that's okay. That's why we live in the world that we live in, okay? So October is more than just pumpkin spice and cozy weather. I don't know about you, but here in Virginia, the weather is changing. The leaves are changing. It's cooling off. It's great running weather, folks. It's great. And I'm really, really happy. But October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Emotional Health Month, and Physical Health Month. And so I want to touch base on all 3 of those because these are great reminders to take care of ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and our hearts, okay? So let's start with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this month has been extremely important to me for years. Back when I was in college, I believe I was a sophomore or junior, I lost my aunt to breast cancer. And my family didn't know a lot about breast cancer. So it was kind of like we learned really quickly through her illness and her death. And for me, I made sure that I did what I could to be an advocate for breast cancer awareness because early detection is so important. And I know that if you're like me and you have a family history of cancer, particularly breast cancer, it can be scary to go into that shower every month and do your monthly self breast exams, but it's so important. And you have to let the fear go because you are actually empowering yourself to take care of your own body and to be aware of what's going on so that you can, if there is something there, there's early detection and you can take care of it right away. So this month, as I said, I'm encouraging every woman to make time to schedule your mammogram. Doesn't have to be this month. I mean, it's October 20th, so it doesn't have to be this month, but it needs to be sometime in the next 3 to 4 months. Just remind yourself. And if there's something that you always forget, what I would do is schedule a mammogram if you're doing it yearly on your birthday. If you're doing it every 2 years on your birthday. It's the easiest way to do it. You know your birthday's coming up. You know you have to get a mammogram, so schedule it around your birthday, okay? And also, too, like I mentioned before, do your regular monthly self-breast exams. They're so important. It takes less than 5 minutes. If you don't know how to do them, I do have a little chart on the risershub.com that you can download and you can print out and you can put on the back of your closet in your bathroom, or you can put on your mirror in your bathroom just to remind you. Now, this particular chart, it's very easy. I'm going to quickly show you what it is going to show you when you go to the website, but you basically put one hand behind your head, you take your other hand, you're in the shower, and it's easier because everything's slick and you can find things that are abnormal quicker that way. So you are going to go in circular motion, you're going to go up and down, side to side, and then check your nipples as well to make sure that there are no lumps, bumps, pain, swelling, or any difference in texture. And if you are finding that there's anything unusual, please contact your doctor or your healthcare practitioner so that you guys can do the necessary tests to make sure that everything is okay. Because they're going to go and examine you as well. And that mammogram that I told you to schedule, it takes less than 30 minutes. Now for me, because I don't have very big breasts, yes, I can laugh about it, but it does take me a little longer because it's very hard to get me in the machine and to do all the different angles. So you have to almost be an acrobat if you're as small as I am, but they can do it. And for men as well, please check your breasts, okay? Again, if you're not sure how to do the self-breast exam, go to therisershub.com and please remember, awareness leads to prevention and prevention leads to protection, okay? Now, let's move on to October being Emotional Health Month. Now, Emotional Health Month is also interchanged with emotional intelligence. I'm actually learning about this right now with my wellness certification. If you're wondering what emotional health/intelligence is, according to the American Council of Exercise, it's the ability to monitor one's own and others' feelings and emotions to help guide one's thinking and actions. Why is this important? If you've ever had to make a decision, and you may have heard the saying, don't make a decision based off your emotions, but based off of facts. If you've never heard that before, you heard it just now. Make decisions not based on your emotions, but based off the facts. A lot of times when we do things and we make decisions, small to big, and we're emotional, we regret it later, okay? When our emotional health is balanced or unbalanced, it shows up everywhere. It's in our energy, it's in our focus, it's in our confidence, and it's even in our physical health. So it's really important to make sure that you understand your emotional intelligence and or health and make sure that you find ways to balance it. Here's a truth we sometimes forget. Emotional well-being isn't about being happy all the time, okay? You don't have to be happy all the time. Things happen, this is life. But it's about being self-aware, noticing when you're stressed, sad, overwhelmed, or if you're happy. That's great. You need to know how to regulate those emotions in a healthy way, which is called self-management. Now, this could be taking a break. It could be journaling, talking to a friend or a therapist, or simply giving yourself grace and the space to let your emotions out, give yourself time so you can move on. When we take care of our emotional health, we strengthen every other part of ourselves. And also too, when you learn about your own emotional intelligence and you see someone who's across from you who may not know about their emotional intelligence, you know what you need to do in that scenario, whether it is to step away, whether it is to calm the conversation down, whether it is to give that person a hug. This is all part of being emotionally intelligent. So I just talked about self-awareness within emotional intelligence, which can lead to self-management. And it can also lead to social awareness. And when you're in a social setting, empathy is very important. And I think I just said that. So when you're in a social setting and your emotions are high, the other person's emotions are high, but you have the emotional intelligence or the self-awareness to see what's going on, that might be a good time for you to walk away if it's okay, or to give that person a hug, or to change your tone, change the way that you're feeling to calm things down. Because that other person may not know that they're having an emotional moment, or they won't know how to de-escalate their emotional moment. So it may be your intelligence that they have to lean on. And this is also part of what we call relationship management, which I get into with in my next podcast. But relationship management is really good when, again, you know where you are emotionally and you're understanding where the other person is emotionally, and you can talk your way through that conversation in a very calm way or in a way that's effective to de-escalate the issues. Now, I have a few questions for you. How do you control your emotions in a tough situation? When your emotions are high, do you de-escalate? Do you get quiet? Do you make it worse? Do you jump and scream and blah, 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 blah? Think about where you are when your emotions are high. And what do you think you can do to de-escalate yourself, or to calm yourself down, or to change the way you're thinking so that it doesn't get worse? And then, do you have a safe space to release when your emotions do get out of control? Can you go into a basement? Can you go into a closet? Can you go into a bathroom? Or is there just a space that you can go to and just, I have a couple spaces like that sometimes. So find a space and a place and a person who's safe that you can share your emotions with. And back to the person, are you willing to talk to a therapist, a counselor, or a safe person about your emotions? And here's one for the parents. If you have kids, did you know, according to a CNN health report, that it's important for you to work through your own feelings and emotions in order for your kids to create strong emotional intelligence? Our kids watch everything that we do. And a lot of times there are some parents who allow their kids to go ahead and be emotional. And then there are some kids who are disciplined when they get emotional. And then there are some kids who, like, their parents know how to talk to them to calm them down. And I'm not going to judge any form of parenthood that you use to de-escalate your child's emotions, but I just do want you to think about if you were a child and you were having an emotional state, whether it's excitement or whether it's anxiety or whether it's fear or whatever, how would you want an adult to de-escalate you? And then go from there. Again, our kids watch everything that we do. And I think sometimes parents don't really know what to say to their kids, but I think that honesty is always the best policy. So if you're in an emotional state, I think it's okay to tell your kids that right now mom or dad can't talk to you because I'm feeling this way and I need to calm down. So can you give me some time and I can do this? Again, some kids are so tiny they don't understand. You've got to find your way of letting them know that everything's going to be okay, but I just need to calm down and take care of myself first. It goes back to the whole airplane thing. Take care of yourself first before you can take care of the next person. And the last segment I want to talk about is physical health. October is also known for Physical Health Month, so it's time for you to move. I think I talk about movement all the time because it is so important. I'm an exercise specialist outside of this, and the one thing that I hear, particularly from older patients, is I wish I would have moved more when I was younger, or I wish I would have continued to move in a way that was going to keep me healthy now. Our muscles are there to protect our entire body. Our bodies are there to get us from one place to another. And if it's difficult to do that, especially as you get older, you will be wishing that you continue to move. Now, you all know I love running and I love biking and cycling, and that is not for everybody. I do understand that because there are days I don't like running myself, but moving is so important. It's so important to keep those muscles moving. Physical health is not about perfection. So let me put that out there. It's about progress. Movement helps us reduce stress, improve cardiovascular health, and lower the risk of non-communicable diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Now, we need to move and strengthen our muscles, which protect our entire body from injury. That's the first thing. Physical health is directly associated with our mental health. Moving our bodies reminds us of all the wonderful things that we can do through movement. It boosts our mood, it improves our cognitive function, and it enhances our self-esteem. Let me give you an example. If there's somebody in your office or somebody that you know who runs a 5K or a 10K or a marathon, they walk around with that medal around them. It is just amazing to sit there and think that I ran 26.2 miles in X amount of hours. It could be super fast, it could be slow, but the fact that your body can do that is amazing. And I'm talking all shapes, all sizes, all speeds, all cultural backgrounds. It is an amazing achievement. But even running or walking a mile can be an amazing achievement, and it can make you feel so good inside. It can actually encourage you to want to do more the next time. So think about that person who walks into the office with their little medal around their neck, or they're telling everybody what they did. It's just a sense of absolute amazement of what our human body can really do. Now, you're probably asking me, Nicole, where do I even start? I don't want to run. I don't want to get on a bike, but I know I need to move. I'm going to tell you to put one foot in front of the other off the couch. Get off the couch, get off the chair, and just move. My mom likes cleaning her house and everything, and that is her way of movement. She cleans the house every single day, and that is her exercise. She goes up and down the steps. She walks around her house several times, and then she sends me her numbers via text that she's done 8,000 steps a day. And again, it's not about doing 8,000 steps or 10,000 steps. It's about just moving and finding something that intrinsically motivates you. What does that mean? That means that something inside of you that brings you joy, that you truly enjoy, is making you move. It could be gardening. It could be taking a walk with a friend. It could be dancing, just moving, riding your bike. It could be something that's getting you going. For me, for the month of October, I needed to jumpstart my physical fitness again because I was running kind of, but I wasn't going to the gym like I had been going to before. So a friend of mine started the Squattober Fest Challenge. I forgot what it's called, but they do different types of squats every single day. So I think it was the second day I did squats with her, and it was fun. It was exciting, but it also got me in the mood to get back into the gym. Am I doing squats every day? No. I'm looking at the workout every day, but I'm doing squats every other day. And then the days that I'm not doing squats, I'm either running, walking, or riding my bike. So it's a way to keep me moving every single day until I decide, oh, I'm going to train for this half marathon, or I'm going to train for this 10K or this 10 miler. So that's what I'm doing right now to keep my body moving. What can you get into right now, this month or next month, that will challenge you? And I know that October is almost over, so I'm saying, what can you do in the month of October or the month of November to get you moving? Okay? It could be, again, walking, dancing, yoga, cycling, or even some fun online challenge like I found that you can do with your friends. It's a great way to get together with your friends too. It's a great way. It's a good excuse, right? So let's make this month and even next month, find a challenge and get out there and start moving. Because when your body moves, your mind and emotions follow. Everything starts to align. Okay, so let's wrap this podcast up. This is a really quick podcast. So remember, this October, let's commit to complete health. Let's check our breasts and get those self-breast exams done and schedule our mammograms. Take care of your emotional well-being, your emotional intelligence. Start paying attention to what's happening to you. Remember to make decisions without your emotions. And when you do get emotional, get to the root of the problem. And then move your body every single day. Yes, every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes, move your body. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to regret it. You are your greatest investment, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So for more resources on health, self-exams, and wellness challenges, please visit therisertub.com. And until next time, keep rising, keep shining, keep taking care of you. Hashtag keep rising. Until next time.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Remember, this podcast is meant for both education and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed therapist, so it's crucial to consult your physician, psychotherapist, or qualified health professionals for personalized advice. Until next time, take care. If you're enjoying this podcast, I would like to ask you to please subscribe, like, and share. That's what they told me to do at the end of this podcast. So could you hook me up? Thanks. Bye.